What's going on YouTube? This your boy Just Making It over here. Just Making It TV. And today we got another one about Wack 100 getting exposed by my nigga Byron Blake. He's over here lighting his ass up. And we gonna get into what Byron Blake got to say about this clown ass nigga Wack 100 from No Jumper. Alright, now look, I want y'all to like, comment, and subscribe, okay? Check the channel out, man. Look, I got a whole bunch of exclusive shit coming. So keep an eye out.
Ain't no way we letting that slide. And it's looking like he in cahoots with all of the quote unquote exposures. So we're gonna have to take the trash out ourselves. Now in the last video, I addressed how Wack's story keeps changing when it comes to explaining how he was able to avoid the feds after being a convicted felon caught with multiple guns and lots of ammunition in the state of Texas.
Throw horses in the wall, stick us in there, tell us we got a federal hold. 5 or 6 days later, Bobot comes up there, tell them it's our type of shit, but the way y'all got it, we don't want to touch it. They dropped the federal hold, gave me a bed.
All our paperwork is there. I know what I beat my case under illegal search and seizure. So all you gotta do is go Google, right? Reasons for dismissal under the interest of justice. Just go Google Texas, nigga, there you go.
But then he personally told me that this was the reason.
Situation, nigga, Georgia's a gun-toting state.
Yeah, no, but not for no felon. Not for no convicted felon. Not for no
And
niggas.
that situation.
And we coming from St. Louis, nigga, that's a Fed case waiting to happen. Don't no nigga pump.
Byron Blake just told him, y'all. But you think Wack 100 listen to that? He only do this shit right here for the beef and to fucking sit here and to fucking he can expose everybody else but himself. This nigga Wack 100 lying about fucking catching the gun case. I can't believe this shit. We got the paperwork over here. Listen, Just Making the TV and Byron Blake.
Pump no fearing me like that.
No, that's not. I get tired of y'all saying that. You talking to a nigga got caught in Texas with a trunk.
Man, you talking to a nigga that got a family full of niggas in the feds.
Listen, you know why the feds couldn't touch me? Because they couldn't prove I crossed state line.
In the last video, I pointed y'all to this case, Scarborough versus the United States. It's a Supreme Court case. I just wanted y'all to see, learn, and know that the feds do not have to prove that you bought the weapon in another state or that you carried it across state lines, or they don't even have to prove who did carry it across state lines. But that's not the reason that we here today. So now that we have that recap out of the way, let's get to the business, man. I got the paperwork. So we ain't gonna waste no more time. We about to dive right in. And we gonna see if this paperwork match up to what's been coming out of his mouth. Now, according to this paperwork, these events happened in Wheeler County, Texas. Also, according to this paperwork, on April 16th, 2005, Public Safety Trooper Darren Chase was on routine patrol on Interstate 40 in Wheeler County, Texas, when he conducted a traffic stop of a brown 2005 Cadillac passenger car for traveling 77 miles per hour in an area where the posted speed limit was 70 miles per hour, as confirmed by his radar. After the vehicle came to a stop on the improved shoulder of the eastbound lane, Trooper Chase made contact with the vehicle on the passenger side. As he approached, the driver only rolled the passenger window down about 1/4 of the way. When the trooper requested that the window be rolled down all of the way, he was informed that was as far as the window would roll. During the period of time which the trooper was speaking with the driver and the driver was still in the vehicle, the passenger continued to sleep.
So, how waterproof is the Bearskin Heavy Storm Packable Rain Jacket? Why not take a look and...
The trooper advised the driver, later identified as Cash McElroy Jones, that he had been...
Listen, that's the proof right there in the name. Any paperwork, you see the name Cash Jones out here, YouTube, y'all know he's the motherfucking informant. He's an informant, the same exact informant on Big U's paperwork, all right? Cash Jones. Y'all know this for a fact. We can't be out here entertaining these damn snitches and these rats and these fakes and these phonies. Wack is fake. Y'all better pay attention. Me and my nigga Byron Blake brought it to y'all first, just making the TV.
Then stopped for speeding. The defendant replied that he was a truck driver and always runs about 5 miles per hour over the speed limit. The trooper then requested identification from both the driver and the passenger. The passenger had to be woken up in order to provide identification. The trooper then asked the driver about his trip and was told that they were going to Tulsa, Oklahoma because his brother got killed and they had to take his mom back to California for the funeral. He further stated that his brother's body would be flown back, but that his mother could not fly because she weighed over 400 pounds. Upon questioning of the passenger, Robert Jones, the trooper was told that their brother had been killed and that they were going to Tulsa, Oklahoma for the funeral. Trooper Chase observed that during the time he was running the routine driver's license check that Cash Jones, the driver of the vehicle, could not stay still. The trooper observed that he was pacing back and forth, bending over, and looking back at the vehicle.
It's a whole ass move. Y'all heard it here first. He over here bending over in front of the trooper for some other shit. Listen, he obviously fucking jonesing, okay? He obviously got something to hide. You know what I mean? Why the fuck you doing all that if it's just a routine stop, if they ain't got you on nothing? When the boys get you, y'all, when they automatically stop you into some bullshit, they almost got you dead to rights unless you know for a fact you ain't doing nothing. FY over here just making a TV.
Indicating to the trooper that the driver was nervous. Also, during this period of time, the trooper observed that the car was rented from April 16, 2005 until April 18, 2005, and that they were traveling from Palmdale, California to Tulsa, Oklahoma. After completing the warning, the trooper went back to explain it to the defendant. The trooper observed that while he was explaining the warning to the defendant, he grabbed the clipboard quickly and signed his name very quickly. After the defendant had signed the warning, the trooper asked him if he had anything illegal in the vehicle, and the defendant turned away and stated no in a low tone of voice. It was at this point Trooper Chase asked the defendant for permission to search the vehicle, and the defendant became combative at the request. Ultimately, the defendant denied the trooper permission to search the vehicle. A K-9 was requested, and Deputy Julian Torres arrived with the K-9 22 minutes later. The K-9 alerted on the vehicle, and a probable cause search of the vehicle was performed. During the course of the search, troopers located a black rifle, a black shotgun, a loaded black pistol, along with several clips and large amounts of ammunition for each gun.
Wow, caught this nigga over here dead to rights. He's a whole felon with all that ammunition and all them guns on him. But he innocent, y'all. Y'all keep an eye out for this nigga Wack 100. That's crazy. I didn't think all this was in the paperwork, y'all. Y'all got it here first. I'm just making it.
Gun. Both the driver and the passenger were arrested for unlawful possession of a firearm by a felon. A further search of the vehicle revealed a cigarette rolling apparatus which contained the strong odor of marijuana. Now, just off of that short reading, it's obvious that Wack isn't being honest and the stories are contradictory. He told me that the feds could not pick the case up because they couldn't prove that he was traveling across state lines with the weapons. Well, now we got the paperwork that shows the car was rented from Palmdale, California. You got caught in Texas, and you personally told them that you were on your way to Tulsa, Oklahoma, which is all of the proof that the feds need that you were traveling across state lines. But just going, following an evidentiary pattern that like they would do in court, the fact that you rented the car from Palmdale, California, and you got caught in Texas is enough of an indication to them that you were traveling across state lines because the car was rented somewhere and you got pulled over somewhere else. Not to mention the fact that they evaluate things like how long the car was rented for. If you just rented this car on April 16th in Palmdale, California, and then you get pulled over April 16th in Texas, then it's pretty obvious that you have traveled across state lines. Also, legally, they don't have to prove that you personally traveled across state lines with those weapons. All they have to prove is that the weapons were made in another state. If the
Correct. That's all the way facts right there. This nigga Byron Blake over here exposing the damn exposer himself with his team of minions.
weapons were made anywhere other than the state where they were found, then that's interstate commerce. If the weapons were made in that state and were intended to be shipped somewhere else but were stolen before they made it there, that's affecting interstate commerce. Last but not least, there is the issue of Wack saying that this case was dismissed because of illegal search and seizure.
All my paperwork is there. I know what I beat my case under, illegal search and seizure. So all you gotta do is go Google, right, reasons for dismissal under the interest of justice. Just go Google it. Text, nigga, there you go.
Well, according to this paperwork, the defendant's motion to suppress was denied. Yeah, you heard me right. The motion to suppress evidence illegally seized was denied. So how Wack is claiming that he got the entire case thrown out because of illegal search and seizure when the motion to have the evidence thrown out for illegal search and seizure was denied is beyond me. Now, like I said, man, for the last few years, Wack and his crew of minions have been flipping the rap game upside down. You can name your favorite rapper, and one of these guys will jump out of the bushes talking about they got the paperwork. That's how bad it's become. It's to the point where rappers do more views when people talking about their paperwork than they do about their music. The Young Thug situation is a prime example. Young Thug dropped a video with Future, and you see more people reacting to the paperwork than they are reacting to the actual music. And that's where hip hop has gone. I believe it's because, and Wack has stated this on multiple occasions, that he thinks rappers are stupid. He thinks quote unquote street niggas are stupid. He thinks that hip hop in general is stupid. So I feel like it's on me. I gotta put this on my shoulders to demonstrate that you can be a real dude. You can be a solid dude. You can be a rapper. You can be what they consider quote unquote a real nigga and not be dumb. Yeah, I've been to prison and I've been through a couple things in my life, but I still have the ability to articulate myself. I still have the ability to read and comprehend, and I can see that you are not being honest about your paperwork.
Big facts, and speaking big facts over here to the YouTube community, okay? Speaking game to all of us, all right? Straight up, we got to expose these clowns out here trying to put us and our people out in a bad fucking light. This is crazy right now, but listen, I always knew this nigga Wack 100 was a fake ass fucking no jumper wannabe liar. But you know what? What we're gonna do is continue to get this damn content out. Shout out to my nigga Byron Blake for the video. Listen, we're gonna work together to expose the motherfucking exposers. Alright, look, this is Just Making the TV. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'm out, y'all. Peace.